Good evening, everyone. Welcome to my first Friday the 13th Fright Night movie review. This movie review will be on the horror movie Sunset Society. Sunset Society is directed by Favdor Love this guy. Same with, the boy wrote the script. This movie features, a couple big and heavy metal names as Lemmy from Motorhead, as Ace, Dickie Red, as Dagger, Tracy Guns, as Gage, Fadora as Sophie, Catherine Annette as Becky, Robert Doberman as Mr. Cross, Aaron Goldben as Ike, Ron Jeremy as Frankie. Yeah, Ron Jeremy of all people in a movie. And he's just as bad as always. Matt Northpole as Johnny, Sarah Nicklin as Belinda Daniels, and Ben Stober as Charlie. The plot of the film is: welcome to the world of the Sunset Society, a secret organization in Hollywood where the parties are held, musicians gather, and blood flows freely. Ace, Lemmy from Motorhead, is the head vampire in charge. He likes to keep the fun going while keeping the profile low. However, due to a few rebels in his midst, humans are starting to catch on to his vampire ways. Just like all previous reviews, we'll take my disappointments, likes and dislikes, and I'll be starting off likes. The kills and gore in this film are basically the only thing that I actually thought interesting. The group of vampires come to this person's house and they find out that the guy who took these two girls to the place, he turned out to be a vampire as well. Because Mr. Cross is human. But he's basically after a CD. Sophia, played for Fabdora, she's the one that filmed everything that was going on. And the first kill comes in when Ike takes the two girls up to the bedroom and he hypnotizes each other, don't know what's going on, and they turn all, warmy and cozy, like in the vampire trance. And he decides to, start taking up his top off because he wanted to get, trying to one of the girls. That's where the kill comes in. I turn into mist and he enters into one of the girl's bodies and he more or less rips her open when he was suddenly comes out of her body. This is quite gory and graphic. Some more kills throughout the film by vampire attacks. Not very interesting. The real kill, the rest of the main interesting kills at the end of the film. Sophia is one of them that gets killed. She's one of the vampires. Mr. Crox's head cut open. And another guy, I think the name of Johnny. He turns to be a vampire. And Becky, he's the one that's one of the girls who went upstairs. She's she turned to a vampire when she was from a girl, and which Gage attacked and thought he killed her. Gage also attacked her older sister Belinda, and of course, and Sophie was the one that killed Belinda, because Belinda wanted to be out of her misery. She no longer wanted to be a vampire. So Sophie Moore was helping her out. You know, Becky killed someone by the most gruesome one that was beheading Mr. Cross, and how Donnie dies as well. And of course Sophie, you know, gets choked with wire. And of course Ike also dies as well. Because his death is seen off screen. The music in this film is actually quite good. You know, it's really heavy metal throughout the film. So those who like heavy metal enjoy the music of this film. When it comes to disappointment of the film, it's more or less, you know, how the story is. The acting, the script, the editing and the pacing. The story probably had the biggest letdown for the disappointment. Because, you know, there's really no more kills throughout the film. It's basically more boring than anything. But nothing's going on. You know, vampires attack people, yeah, what vampires do. That's basically all it is, really. Here's come to, you know, the disappointment of the film is the real major thing. The story is really bad. The script and the story is bad. The acting is probably one of the worst parts of the film. Same with the editing and the pacing. You know, this film is just, you know, really a shame to watch, really, because how the lack of kills in this film. We have one good kill at the start of the film. You're thinking, oh yeah, hopefully there's gotta be more like this throughout the film, but no. And it's kind of weird how the movie starts off with, you know, people wanting to get CD and to turn this console, and they watching this movie which Sophia made. That's the movie, this movie they're watching. And it ends with them finishing the movie, and that's where Becky comes in and kills them. When it comes to the overall verdict of the film, you know, I found out everything I really like was the kills and the gore, and the Mrs. Gore. The disappointment is basically how the story is, how to, you know, really know kills throughout the film, apart from, you know, normal vampire attacks and stuff. That was interesting, but you know, how the start of the movie was, I was thinking there might have been more like that. And I thought, you know, these vampires like to keep a low profile. And you think they will, you know, get people to go to the alcohol to probably kill them. Yeah, they, you know, body do get taken to the house, you know. People, sorry, they bring girls to the house, you know, so they can feed on them. So these musicians and the other people in the house who come and join this society so they can have, you know, their feast. It's quite disappointing, really. Because the dislike is what I mentioned. The directing, most of the movie itself, you know, the acting, the story, the script, the editing and pacing. So when it comes to the rating of this movie, the only thing that will give this movie there's the score I'm gonna give each match with the kills and gore and the music. I give Sunset Society a 2 out of 10. Thank you for checking out my movie review of Sunset Society. If you like what you see, give me a like. And if you've seen this movie, I would like to hear your thoughts. And if you're new to my channel, great. Join the family and subscribe to my channel.